Oh shit.
The league leaders in fast break points. They're always
nothing. Nigga, just go with your boyfriend AJ Puto. That's what you were gonna do anyway. No, I'm just saying that's what you were gonna do anyway. Alright, so then why did you say jealous of what? I'm playing my career. No, nigga, I'm playing my career. I even said it. Pass me the ball, you crackpot. Nigga, don't act like you have. You're stupid, what? Cause you could die from that shit. What are you eating? I like how you told me the bag color. Thank you. Oh shit. Ah. Oh. You be looking broke as shit. Yeah, I still have all my clothes that I bought. Something else that nigga don't got. You shit, puto? Oh, you should ask Greed what happened, puto. With that ass. Oh, 20-piece chicken nuggets. Yeah, my nigga. Oh my god, bro. I quit. Great, so what's up with the... That's a bang shot right there, puto. Nigga, have you seen your mama's ass, kid? Yo, chop me an IW, you shit, eh? What do keyboarders look like on IW? Is it nasty as shit, more than BO3? Oh shit. No, not noticeable, but do they shit on you like crazy? On IW? Oh. Yeah, it's mad weird on that. I don't get why in every card they don't just put the same sensitivity on everything. Like all of them have to go up at a certain one. I don't know why. Yeah. And then BO3 was like what, 20? I don't know, nigga. I'm just saying. Probably. I unlocked another bag. I'm gonna try to get corner specialist real quick. Yo, AJ. Who's here? Miguel. Alright, never mind. Just checking. How do I put my shit on rookie? Found it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Los... Water. They'd really like it. It's one of the...
Miguel. That puto. That nigga did scare me as shit, nigga. You got your account jacked. Oh, shit. Puto. And plus, there's no... Greed tried to get it back, but there's no way because, one, that's not the original... Because remember... Yo, Greed, shut up for a second. Yeah, remember when I made your account, how I made it on my computer and then I gave it to you and you hopped on your PS4, so it didn't get made on a PS4. Not only that, the email that you have, you changed it after, remember? Because that's not the original one I put. So we're screwed. They want the original email. The original. Puto. That nigga. This nigga agreed straight up. Got your shit jacked, puto. You just lost GTA and didn't get 2K. Puto, that's $60 though. What the hell? You could have still, I don't know, you could have gave it to someone else in this party that could have played it, I don't know, but still, now you don't got that shit at all, and you lost Lurfo.
Angeles as 2K Sports presents.
Miguel, damn, puto, you trust agree with that shit? This nigga.
Our action.
That's what I'm talking about, puto. You agree any words, puto, of wisdom? Okay, what? He just muted both of us to tell this nigga something. Yo, Miguel. Miguel. Damn, Greg, you got your boy's account, Jack. Puto, what's up, nigga? You agreed, mad stupid kid. You just muted us. I don't know what you mean you're back. Yeah, you were telling AJ some shit. Cause you even said, yo, AJ. And then you said, hold up. And I knew exactly what you were doing, nigga. I like how you said, I'm back. I didn't even hear your mic move to put it on your head. No, you muted us, nigga. Why you so scared to just say you muted us? What the hell? Yeah, and I didn't hear that. No, I did not before I didn't. Puto, you got caught, nigga. Your account got jacked. What? I don't know why you calling my name. I'm not the one who got it jacked. What? This nigga, I don't know what went through your head and you just agree with that shit. That nigga got it jacked so fast. Nigga, I'd be pissed. If Greed actually took my account and got it jacked, your router would be dead, puto. I put that. Remember, I made your account. Call them, but there, Miguel, there is. AJ, you want to reset rep? Nigga, you care way too much about your rep. You still have it after you reset. Oh shit, Miguel, dog. Finesse. Psych. You wish. Not only that, Miguel, what the hell? You're still not pissed at all that you spent 60 beans, and he not only got your account jacked, the actual account, he also got a whole game. This nigga mentally, he's broken, puto. Miguel, what if he gets another one of your accounts jacked? Miguel, what if he got your I think on black account jacked? Miguel, what if he got your I think on black account jacked? What would you do? No, what if that shit, the two-step, it actually, I found out it doesn't mean nothing. If someone jacks your account and you have a two-step, it doesn't mean nothing. The only way you can be secure is if you have a credit card in your account. And remember, you told me to take it off on your Lurfo? You didn't make it on your PS. I made it for you, remember? And we went to go play arena. You dumbass. Alright, give him the serial number. See if it works, kid. Because you're actually retarded. I made that shit on my computer, you dumbass kid. I don't know, probably, but I do remember, Miguel, you asked me what's a good gamer tag, and I was trying to help you think of one, and I was making it for you, and I found one, and you said, okay, just use that, and then I gave you the email and the password for it. Oh my god, bro, you're actually retarded. You're dumb as shit, nigga. It says the one who can't even spell shit. Alright, kid, that's what I thought, nigga. Still grinding a 2-year-old game. Okay, kid. That's why you dumb. You know how dumb you are? You got finessed 3 times. Yeah. You remember what happened on PS3, puto? This nigga got his whole account finessed, nigga. His Trey Song. No, not. It was another account, but the way you got finessed was so stupid, nigga. You straight up gave the nigga your info just like that. I don't remember what name it was, but look, and not only that, you're so dumb that you always call Greed dumb, but yet you trusted him with your account. You're dumb. Oh my, not him, kid. Some other kid. You got finessed on some other account. I remember that. Oh yeah, okay, kid. Oh yeah, that was the account that got finessed. Yo, some kid was talking shit to Miguel. Some kid said, yo, I'm about to steal your account, kid. And then this nigga Miguel said, what'd he say? He said, no, kid, Miguel was in the lobby on BO2, okay? And with another kid. And the kid said to Miguel, yo, I'm about to jack your account. And this kid literally just met Miguel, so obviously he had no info on it. And Miguel said, no, you're not, kid. You can't jack shit. Next thing you know, password email got changed. This nigga never had that account again. I got it back for you, remember? Stupid ass. And I remember I did make your Lurfo account for you because we were down to play arena, and I was trying to think of a new account for you to make, and I forced you to make one, remember? Because because I was doing it on my computer. I'll even make it for you if you give me an email. Let me go. You got carried to L1. I don't know why you're talking. Shut the hell up. You're 5 and 11 half the time, 2 and 7. Brick everything. Don't even pass. Yeah, you never try, yeah. Say the same shit on COD. Oh, puto, you want me to start trying? Next thing you know, the nigga gets naded. I don't remember. Yeah, instead when he's wide open, instead of him taking a shot, he starts dribbling, and then he takes a contested shot. Nigga doesn't use his brain on 2K either. The only reason he's kind of good is because of his overall. Oh yeah, remember that? Oh, and Miguel gave him all his info. Oh my god. It wasn't Trident, it was some other nigga, I remember. He was in the party with us. Oh, it was, what's his name? Oh my god, I remember him too. I met him from Arena. Some nigga, and yo, Miguel, you're so stupid. This nigga acted like he was from Sony, and yo, this nigga basically said, yo, it's a customer support guy from Sony. He said some shit like that, and then he was telling Miguel how, oh, some guy tried to get into your account. Could you please verify us with the email and password that you use to make sure that it's your account so we can secure it? And Miguel straight up gave this nigga the info. Miguel, when does Sony call you? Back then, that happened last year. Oh, my fault. You got way smarter now, puto. I never ever got finesse for any of my accounts. I be finessing niggas. I finessed a nigga for 20 PSN one time. My boy Miguel tried saying I was recording. Greed is even stupider. How do you get his account jacked? If you're gonna do a trade like that, nigga, you at least gotta make sure you have your type of credit card on there. You gotta have a 2-step on there. You didn't have none of that, and you didn't even know his email. You didn't have access to it. And you did all that. Why is this nigga already following my ass? Who? He gets lucky with them sometimes. sweet. I don't even know how we won earlier. Remember we dropped off like 2 L1s and L2. The only thing that I could do that's good, even when I'm a low overall, I always see whenever niggas are open. Can you pick what's it called? What color tiger you want? I'd rather get the white. The snow tiger. How much? Oh! You get 50K already. Bro, they gotta remaster BO2. I know.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. My companions are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the last game for Chicago, it was a win against the Clippers at Staples Center. This is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you know, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things, you missay things here on the analyst desk. On the basketball court, that's turnovers, that's missing assignments, missing rebounds. Same thing. Like, I know this is our, 82nd game this year. You're starting to feel it a little bit. That's how those guys feel.
I didn't know the midpoint was the 82nd game. But anyway, injuries start to take a toll.
No, but we've done 82 games. Doesn't mean the teams.
We've done a lot of games in our role here in the
right.
We
get 2 games a night, remember?
on the set.
Yeah, anyway, I was saying the injuries, they start to take a toll. Not just the big ones, the little ones. Type of injuries I hate are the freak injuries. One time, Ernie, I was walking with my shoes off, stubbed my toe.
That's called barefoot.
That's a freak injury. Stubbed my toe, was out for 6 weeks. So you got to get rest, eat well.
Well, if you kick a
ice
brick
those
wall,
knees,
that's not a...
and man up.
Yeah, maybe you should. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Portland.
Took a shot like this with John smothered shot.
I'm trying to get my corner specialist. That's damn blow, you shit.
Badges is the only thing that matter in this game. Oh, I just helped this nigga up. What the hell? I just helped the nigga down. Oh, what the fuck? I lied. Never mind. I'm halfway to property. I'm halfway to property. Oh my god, we're playing this kid again. Miguel. The minor kid, bro. Whoever's guarding him, that nigga doesn't miss. Like, he's a fucking cheeser that does not miss. That nigga dribbles a lot and does not miss. John,
Huh.
you remember that nigga, the minor kid, the L1 that never misses?
Mm-hmm.
Played that nigga like 3 times today. Yeah, I think Miguel's guarding him. I think Miguel's guarding him. Oh no, you are. Remember that nigga, Miguel? Minor kid? That nigga doesn't miss.
Does he talk on the mic or what?
Yeah, he does.
Is he gay or what?
Oh, yo, you should've. Yo, yesterday we were playing last night, like in the fucking middle of the night, and there was this one guy. It was a L1. There was a L1, and that was when we were all using our centers. So we dropped him off, and this nigga was talking so much shit to Patrick. He was like, "Your name is JP, so don't mow my lawn." He was like, all of you are fucking Broncos.
Miguel, you literally put it last.
He doesn't trust his driving people. I've never seen this nigga take a fucking half-court shot unless we have a lead by like 10. Oh, we're good. What the fuck?
get that.
That's the shots.
Wait, what, Miguel?
That nigga ran right by me.
Miguel, what'd you say?
You should have got on this week. You got cranked. Oh, jeez. See, Miguel, limitless range does work.
Limitless range and dead eye. Oh shit! We have to make this point count. Yo, I'm gonna cut behind you.
No, Miguel! When I make contested shots, I be like, oh. I was worse. It was just fast. What the hell? I also didn't shoot. I didn't shoot.
You gotta get handled.
I got chip soup. We might need a third, to be honest.
Take a shoot. My god, nigga. Holy fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Didn't I, yo, AJ, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Whenever he's open, he dribbles, he doesn't shoot.
I had her squealing. Holy fuck. Hey, Miguel.
My fucking controller died.
Miguel, I'm gonna try cutting you. Fuck you, nigga.
No!
Green.
Oh, yes. Yo, we were down by like 4. We were down by like what, 12 points? We were down by like what, 10, 12 points?
Bro, I fucking raged.
I was
The dashboard.
that one nigga that the fucking that one kid yeah, minor kid.
And whatever, the one you're guarding.
No, dude.
Oh no.
The minor kid. That mascot's on a 12 streak. Oh, this 3 score right here is on 11. Like that 12.
Damn, bro, this nigga Miguel had an open ass.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The nigga never shoots it.
Like, yeah, the other nigga was gonna cut him, but he had enough time to shoot.
Let me guess, you gave him the ball and he started dribbling.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
double dog, I'm like, come on.
John, we jumped off the L5.
I know you told me.
We made him fucking dashboard. shit, AJ. Coming out next month. But like
Next month.
free games. The free games. Nah, you knew.
On around the 27th is when they release like info about them.
I didn't mean to shoot that. The 27th?
Towards the end of every month is when
It's my birthday.
Your birthday is on the 27th?
Of November. That's what I'm getting tatted.
What is he?
I got the Fade Ace badge.
got the fucking handle now.
Handle, AJ, handle. He's gonna just try to fucking come in the paint.
Fucking come with me, bitch.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Utah Jazz at Energy Solutions Arena. And for Utah, a strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. They're playing at a high level, no lack of confidence going into tonight's game. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
Excellent use of the word mundane, by the way.
The Chicago Bulls are on the road in this interconference game today. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. For Utah, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. So for Chicago right now, Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Freak is out there with Rose. And it's Butler in at the 3. Hayward outside. Nice ball movement by Utah. That's good. Goods got his second bucket of the game to go.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Rose kicks to Freak. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Outside Favors. Gobert the screen. Passes it to Hood. Lets it go from deep. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. 5 on the clock. The shot by Hayward, wide open. The 3-pointer off the mark. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And he gets it to go.
Match up. Match up. Match up. Match up.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Favors with the screen. Hayward outside. They set the pick. Outside Favors. Here's Hood. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Rose dishes to Freak. Cannot hit. And Utah the other way now. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And then in that game, guys.
Oh yeah, they did. They got snapped, and the 13 over there and the 2 scored too. God damn. I guess can't handle.
I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Tries again, and it's finished off inside by Gobert.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Hot hands have been coming from the ranks of the small forwards this past month. Percentages for those players. 5th on the list, Gordon Hayward.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe them. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
And Greg, you can't post the kind of percentages they do unless you operate that way. I mean, you can't be undisciplined at the small forward spot if you hope to be an efficient shooter.
There's the pick. Favors passes to Henderson. The feed to Mack. Fires from the wing. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Fresh from a win against Portland.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Mirotic against Henderson. The 17-footer. No good off the back of the rim.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Here's Freak. Another 3 for Chicago.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Exum kicks to Favors. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the...
And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA. Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale. A new group here. Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Portis. Mirotic is checked in for Doug McDermott. And Freak subbed in for Rose. So the Bulls 5 right now. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Freak is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Mirotic in at the 3 spot. Hood gets the bucket. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was not his usual self. He had 6 points and flashed his range a few times in the process. He never seemed to find his rhythm and ended with an abysmal shooting percentage. We'll see if he can bounce back here.
Doris, thanks. And we all know he wants to come out here and move on.
Yeah, and what would really help is if he could come out and get off to a good, quick start here tonight.
That would be a huge help. I mean, the faster he can move on and get locked into the present, the better off his team will be.
And the shot is good. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Favors sets the pick for Gobert. The offensive rebound.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backboard.
And it's Freak missing.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for the Jazz. Exum comes in for Hood.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Here's Freak. Off target from outside. Utah leading. Here's Henderson. Here we get a moment now to view the league's stingiest defenses. Number 1, the Bulls.
Points allowed is one of the key indicators for good defensive effort. And this team does a nice job because they force opponents into tough shots. They don't allow easy shots. They're all on the same page. They're aggressive. They're focused. They pay attention to detail. And for 48 minutes, they're going to make their opponents uncomfortable.
Here's Freak. No good with the triple.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mace in the last quarter.
And the officials whistle a foul on this shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
From beyond the arc, kept alive.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
And Gibson sends it back, and they're able to recover. Another miss by Utah.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Corner shot. Favors with the rebound. Nato. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we're through the first. And now the start of the second half. Neither side. Entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. Morris checked in for McDermott. And Freak subbed in for Derrick Rose. Down low, it's Hayward and Favors. Shelvin Mack is out there with Burke. And it's Henderson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Full 24-second shot clock. Now here's Freak. Burke covering. And that one's good. Freak. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Now here's Burke. Defense right on him. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Shoots. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Freak's got 20 points. Jazz leading by 6. Favors with the screen. Noah with the block. And he recovers it. Here's Mack. But they get it back. and then Favors with the dunk.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Here's Mack. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Burke. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 1:04 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Freak. Off target with his three. Jazz have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Pass to Mack. Hayward outside. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Hayward. Burke's got 5 now.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And it's Freak missing. Utah leading by 7. Mack dishes to Burke. Here's Hayward. Chicago grabs the miss.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
No need to rush here. They can play for one shot.
Yeah, and I think the way you do it, you're patient as you indicated, and wait until about the 5-second mark before you get into your play.
That is good. Mack's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting it.
And the final period of play just about to start. Both teams making some changes here. 34 seconds left to play in the final quarter. So the Bulls 5 right now. Freak, he's in at the point. Portis is out there with Mirotic. And there's Etuan Moore. And it's McDermott in at the 3 slot. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Here's the 3. Mack grabs the miss. The dish to Burke. And so it's Utah with the win. Some good moments.
Derek.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation. Let's go to Kenny. What'd you think about his performance?
There are a lot of fantastic.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
white guy keeps on getting confused.
It confuses you, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, my guy, you struggled on that? I'm dead.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. My companions are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Sacramento Kings. Looking at the Kings, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be.
It's a West versus East contest here in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, as the Bulls play one at home. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony. Freaks checked in. Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Utah Jazz.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
On the court for Sacramento, we've got DeMarcus Cousins, Monty Unis out there with Rudy Gay, and there's Collison, and it's Bellinelli in at the shooting guard. Here's Freak. From outside, off the mark. Kings leading now by 5. Screen by Cousins. The drive by Collison. 14 feet away, and Gasol sends it back, and he's able to get it back. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The dish to Gibson. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls, and it's good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
For Sacramento, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Monty Unis dishes to Cousins. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Expanding his range. Bellinelli pulls it in. Looking at the last game for Sacramento, it was a win against New York.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Kings leading now by 5. Here's Gay. Pass to Bellinelli. The kick out to Collison. 3-pointer. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. From deep. And good. The 3-point shot. Good from Freak. 1:44 left to play in the first. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, George Karl and I caught up for just a bit. I asked him what he'd most like to see from his team today, and he told me we'd really like to keep Pau Gasol under wraps in this one. He went on to explain that Gasol can take over games with his efficiency on the offensive end, and the key to their win will be getting a hand in his face every time. Guys?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. The Kings have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. Offline with his 3.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And after a furious run, now all of a sudden, they're in the lead.
They took their bumps and lumps earlier, guys, and dusted themselves off and are back at it, fighting hard.
Butler against Gay. To end the run. Another shot. Unis, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Freak. Can't get it to go. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Now Chicago's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the Bulls with another miss.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark, was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought, and it's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates. Ask Rose and Noah and Butler. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how the change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Sacramento, Kufis out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Collison. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Caspi in at the 3 spot.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Freak. Misses off the right iron. The Kings leading. Collison kicks to Kufis. They get a hand on it. Moore with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. Moore's got his first points of the night. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The drive by Collison. Knocked loose.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And now it's a 3-point Bulls lead. And for Sacramento, they're shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Pass to Caspi. To the paint. Cauley Stein dishes to Collison. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Shot's good. Bellinelli's got 5 now. Bulls have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Now here's Freak, guarded closely. Lets the 3 fly. Shot is off. Great D that time from Collison. Out to the wing. Here is Caspi. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Shot clock at 6. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part.
And so it's a close.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far. Freaks checked in for the Bulls. Chicago trailing here. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Freak is out there with Rose. And it's McDermott in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. So it's Sacramento now. This their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And in a conference game here, just a 2-game season series.
Yeah, you know, you want to make every game count. Take care of business and give yourself a chance to sweep.
Here's Cousins. Good work defensively by Gasol. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Freak. Sinks the triple. Freak's got 14 points.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Collison against Rose. The drive by Collison. Stolen by Rose. Drops in the breakaway layup. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Lets it go from 11. Rose with some nice D.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
There's Freak. No good from outside. The Kings trail by 4. And here's Collison. He's got 12. He dishes it to Bellinelli. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got his 6th assist on the night. Rose up on top. He's covered by Collison. And he gets it to go.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And Bellinelli kicks to Collison. Here's Cousins. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Rose with the ball. 10 points for him. And it's Freak missing. It's Gay with the drive. Rose with some nice D.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And that one's good. Freak.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Collison kicks to Cousins. To the middle. Here's Moniunas. Rebounded by McDermott.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Moniunas with the steal. And oh, here we go. Gage got it, the fast break chance. Finished off the break. Gage got his second basket of the night.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Freak. No good with the triple. The Kings trail by 3. The feed now to Cousins. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Cousins has got 13.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Rose, no good. The Kings have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert.
This is check in for Koufos. Cauley Stein comes in for Darren Collison. And Quincy Acies subbed in for Rudy Gay. On the floor for Sacramento. Quincy Acies out there with Caspi. Then it's Thomas Robinson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 4. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Acies. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them. You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Kings.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Freak. Rose against Collison. To the inside, feeds to Bellinelli. The 15-footer, rebounded by McDermott. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Gasol setting the pick for Rose to take the lead. Cannot hit. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the next to look forward to. And I'm sure they're anxious to get back home as that will be game 6 of this 7-game road trip. There's the bucket. Good. And the Kings lead by 3. Into the Bulls, shooting at 50% in a decent group. Gibson with the screen on Collison. Rose passes to Gibson. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. The pass to Ace. He feeds it to Cousins. Chicago grabs the miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And a wide open look for Freak. And he misses the go-ahead basket. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Outside Collison. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Here's Cousins. And that one's drained from the low block. Cousins has got 4 points in the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Outside Rose. Here's Gibson. Good on the 13-footer.
The D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on them as much as they should be.
6 of their last 10 points have come by way of the two-pointer.
Find out with Doris Burkhardt. So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one.
Well, DeMarcus.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Darren Collison. He was the steady and reliable hand throughout the game tonight. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We're bringing you the Chicago Bulls out at United Center as they'll face off against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, the game tonight marks their 2nd of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And here in the early going, some teams already fulfilling their potential while others struggling out of the gate. Shaq, how big a deal are these initial outcomes?
Ernie, let me tell you something. I hated losing, period. Didn't matter if it was early, late, whatever. I expected to win every time out.
Well, the reality is, you have 82 games. So if you get too high or too low in your
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball.
Ready to go?
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. It's on the road. Freak comes in for E'Twaun Moore. Fournier is checked in for Orlando. Jennings comes in for Elfrid Payton. On the court for Orlando, Fournier out there with Arthur. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Jennings. And it's Sanders in at the 5 down low. They recover it. Oladipo, good.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And a wide open look for Freak. Offensive rebound. Kicks it to Rhodes. Over to the wing. Here's Freak. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Freak's got his first basket of the night. The Orlando Magic coming to this one following a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continue to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's what did them in. I mean, sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside.
And that one's good.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Trying his luck deep, and the Bulls get it back. Here's Noah, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Looking at the numbers here for Oladipo, some nice work from him over the last 10 games. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. Mirotic comes in for McDermott. That's Dunleavy in for Derrick Rose. And the Magic making a change here as well. Hezonja's checked in.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure you appreciate it.
And that one's good. Freak. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Arthur. To the paint. Can they get it? Noah with the block. Here's Freak. He's coming off a 19-point game against Sacramento. And the shot is good.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Arthur sets the pick for Jennings. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And here's Jennings, the fast break opportunity. Unloads from 13. It's rebounded by Portis. Here's Freak. And that's not going to go. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Entirely new group here. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Portis. Dunleavy's checked in for Etuan Moore. And Freak subbed in for Rose. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Sanders. Fournier comes in for his own. Oladipo, he's checked in for C.J. Watson. And it's Napier in for Bateman. So on the floor for Orlando. Napier is out there with Oladipo. Then it's Arthur. And there's Gordon. And it's Fournier in at the 3 spot. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Kings played some outstanding basketball. He ended with 19 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, he made play after play in that game.
Let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance. Boy, that's airtight defense. Not much room to get that shot off.
From outside the arc, Arthur grabs the board. The Magic trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
And here's Freak. He's got 14. Knocks down the 3 ball. Freak's got 17 now.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
Yeah, no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Another miss by Orlando.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
And for the Magic, they're shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Here's Arthur. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 26 seconds left in the first half. Freak with it. He's got 17. Hands it from downtown. Freak's got 9 points in the quarter.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Here's Gordon, and there's the foul. Foul goes on Taj Gibson. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Oladipo for 3. The shot is off. And that does it for the first half of play. Bulls lead by 50. As we begin the second half, first half. Going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott. And Freak subbed in for Ejuan Moore. Then for the Magic, Hezonja, he's checked in for Arthur. Watson comes in for Victor Oladipo. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Freak in at shooting guard. Noah is out there with Portis. Then there's Mirotic, and it's Rose in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And finished off by Mirotic.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Watson, the pass to Sanders. Sanders with a screen on Mirotic. Clock at 4. Looking to get back on track here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D for the Magic. Evan Fournier comes in for C.J. Watson. And it's Jennings in for Shabazz Napier. Here's Freak. And the Bulls, another 3.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
And Hezonja gets it to go.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Freak with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. And it's Freak missing. The Magic trail by 16. Gordon with a screen on Mirotic. Off the pick. Hezonja's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Shoots a 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Sanders with a screen on Mirotic. Gordon for 3. Good. Gordon's got 10 points.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Kings.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounding, or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
Yeah, offensive rebounding to me is all about heart. The willingness to get in there and mix it up, do your work early, get to that inside position. And I didn't see any of that fight from them.
Sanders sets the screen for Jennings. Pass to Fournier. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. 5 points in the game.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there. going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Here's Freak. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Now here's Rose. 7 points in the game. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Jennings. No good. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Magic trail by 15. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. The backcourt is Payton and Oladipo. Arthur out there with Evan Fournier. And it's Gordon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
The shot by Payton. They get it back. Feeds it to Fournier. Pass to Arthur. Rejected by Gasol. They recover it. Here's Oladipo. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Oladipo's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Magic. Now here's Freak, covered by Payton. Here's Freak. And he's way off from outside. The Magic trail by 13. And Fournier kicks to Oladipo. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
And stolen by Payton. And the pass to Arthur. No one near him. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 6 assists here tonight. Here's more. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And it's Freak missing.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Now here's Payton. Not a lot of room. He kicks it to Arthur. Oladipo, left side. Just 5 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And it's Gordon missing. The Bulls leading by 9. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Now Freak shoots the 3. Can't hit. Nice D from Oladipo.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
For 3, Fournier. Rebound by the Bulls. Gasol's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Now here's Freak, defended by Gordon. Here's Freak. Shot to stop the drought, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 8 points for Pau Gasol.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.
Well, a nice win.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille Freak. He notched his season high and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his... And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for...
Mad quick. Posterizer. Carlos says posterizer. Arizona is an idiot. Oh shit, that nigga was in L3. Yeah, he was L3. Maybe we're set recently.
I want to try to hit that one tomorrow. Literally, I started playing on this guy yesterday. Basically.
The fuck's your other Vindictum on?
I'll start one. About like halfway to halfway through.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Bulls out in Chicago. For Chicago, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And the topic here prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play.
He's actually mad
and
about it,
calling
but he's
plays.
just not trying
They're
to show
going
it.
up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first...
Shut up, nigga.
Thing about Miguel, I think he's gonna. He acts like he's not mad, but.
Oh, say does that sauce, baby.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. First quarter, just over a minute played. So for Toronto right now, David Lee is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's DeMarre Carroll. And it's Joseph in at the guard position. Here's Freak. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. For Toronto, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to speak with Dwayne Casey for a moment. I asked him what he'd most like to see from his team today, and he told me we'd really like to keep Pau Gasol under wraps in this one. He went on to explain that Gasol can take over games with his efficiency on the offensive end, and the key to their win will be getting a hand in his face every time. Guys?
All right, Doris, thanks. Here's the Raptors with the ball, trailing by 2, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Toronto shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Last outing for Chicago, they won that game against the Pacers in Indiana.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
Chicago leading. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. And it's Freak missing. For Toronto, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Valanciunas sets a screen for Joseph. Screen by Valanciunas. Down low. And Lee with the stuff.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. For Toronto, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. DeRozan in the corner. Moore against Valanciunas. Up and in on the layup. Valanciunas has got his first basket of the night.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And it's Freak missing. Raptors leading by 3. Now Joseph. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. A minute 50 left to play in the first. Clock at 6. Here's DeRozan. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Freak. And again, Chicago. No good. Carroll dishes to Joseph. DeRozan on the wing. Gibson with the steal. We've got 1:13 left in the first.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
That's good.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Oh, God. This nigga follows me everywhere. I can't get away from him.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Joakim Noah. Second quarter of action, about 1.5 minutes played. Bulls trail by 6. So for Toronto right now, Powell is out there with David Lee. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then it's Scola. And it's DeRozan in at the 2 guard. Here's Toronto. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Now here's Joseph. D right on him. Shoots. And Scola with the basket on the assist from Joseph. And now an 8-point Toronto lead.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
There's Freak. Cans it from downtown. Freak's got 9. Toronto leading by 5. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers provided a nice lift. He dropped in 15 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. I mean, it'd be awfully difficult to top that last game.
And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Puts up a 3. And the Bulls another 3.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
DeRozan on the wing. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Lee with the steal. One-on-one fast break.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
Well, how about David Lee in this one? He's got 10 points and a block.
And if I had to pick what he's done best today, I'd probably lean towards the offensive performance.
Well, just to be a contrarian, I'm going to go to the other side because he's been just as impressive, I think, at the defensive end.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. McDermott kicks to Freak. There's the three. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Powell. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He dishes it to Lee. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment. A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
The pass to Powell. Rebounded by McDermott.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
1:12 left now here in the second. And it's Freak missing. The Raptors have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Scola kicks to Powell. The Raptors rebound. That's good. 15 points for David Lee.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Now here's Rose. D right on him, and that is good.
You know, that's terrific offensive agility, footwork, and quickness there to get to the hoop.
The Raptors have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. They set the pick. The dish to Powell. There's the feed to Joseph. It's Scola with the drive. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense.
And we're through the...
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, guys, I want to go over some things before we get back out there. I like the number of points we got in transition, and I wouldn't mind seeing even more activity on the break. Let's keep the tempo quick, guys. The guys I will give credit to are the guys who came off the bench and gave us the scoring pop we needed. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Chicago making a switch here. Freaks checked in, and the Raptors also making a change. Powell, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Derrick Rose is out there with Freak, and it's McDermott in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And it's DeRozan missing.
Well, he turned a high percentage shot into a low percentage shot by trying to go to the fadeaway.
From beyond the arc, with that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Freak. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Powell kicks to DeRozan, passes to Valanciunas. Lee sets a screen for Joseph. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Joseph's got his first basket.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Right side Rose. To the right side. Shot clock at 3. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Raptors leading by 3. Feeds to Valanciunas. 11 feet away. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Valanciunas has got 6. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Rose, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Joseph with the ball, now defended by McDermott. Inside, here's Lee, and that one is hammered home.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Rose. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And now just a 3-point Toronto lead. For Toronto, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Picked by Lee. Joseph, the pass to Lee. Kicks it to Powell. Takes the 3. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And Mirotic subbed in for McDermott. And Toronto also making a switch. Ross is checked in. Toronto leading by 3. On up the court. It's stolen by Rose. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely for the tie. Here's Noah. Soft touch off the glass. Noah's got his first bucket of the night.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Outside Rose. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Powell kicks to Joseph. All sorts of time. No good.
I guess even he has to is one of those.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now the game, Pau Gasol.
Well, his rebounding was a story for me tonight, guys. He couldn't have been any more ferocious on the boards.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K
This one, try not to shoot stupid shit because these guys look alright. probably like 1.5 yeah. Then we get Alex, 88. Nigga, yesterday I seen Devin, this nigga's fucking standing 10 tall.
You should get 18. Like, I want to grind like, I really do, but I need to put the ground with. Yeah, you're like a Fortnite. Oh. I was trying to put a pick earlier. I knew I was getting to. Wow. Don't you get it? The one good one there, dude.
Yeah. Also fine.
Really like an offer too right now.
Alright, 2K, because we're just gonna do a